Hello, I'm Eric Bucock, Technical Product Manager on the Microsoft Dynamics CRM team. In this session, we're going to provide an overview of our new user experience, how a cleaner, faster, more intuitive user interface drives productivity. We've introduced a completely new navigational model. We've moved away from the navigation on the left side of the screen and introduced a new navigational model that sits at the top of the screen. It's a streamlined flow to optimize for information display, no longer taking up valuable real estate on the left side of the screen. There's no pop-ups, and it's touch-enabled. This new navigational model allows you to quickly access all of the data in CRM. I can easily switch modules, jump straight into sales, marketing, and service. Once I've selected sales, for instance here, I can switch entity grids. So I have the list of accounts, contacts, opportunities, competitors. Once I select a specific account, I can then go into my most recently used items, helping me access the data that's most important to me. And then lastly, once I actually open up the record in CRM, I have related record lists, things like documents, connections, activities, and related entities. The form itself has been completely redesigned. We have optimized this form again around that notion of love, driving an experience that people get what they need, all the information in one place. We start with helping you understand what this record is about, understand where you are in the process, primary information along the left, what is the status of this record, and then right in the middle, bold, right for the user to see is what has happened and is happening with this particular record. Social interaction, activities, notes. We have a autosave capability. As changes change on the form, you can see whether or not those changes have been propagated. Additional information such as grids to bring in stakeholders, team members, etc. And then lastly, on the upper right corner, why do I need to pay attention to this particular record? Highlighting just the data points that are most important. We've also introduced the ability to quickly create any data on the fly. Right within the top navigation, by clicking on the Create button, a drop-down pops up allowing you to create any record, and then once you select the record type, you get a simple form optimized for data capture. This form is configurable so you can define by entity what type of data you want to capture. We've also introduced a new command bar. We've moved away from the ribbon and introduced this new command bar. We have focused on highlighting 7 items. There's a famous study that says the human mind can consume somewhere between 5 and 10 objects. We've optimized for the perfect number of being 7. So you'll see the command bar is never more than 7. If there's more items than 7, they'll sit underneath the ellipsis, really to drive effectiveness. So let me go into the demonstration. Okay, so what you'll see here is our new user experience. And note that I'm actually running in Firefox. Some of the great investments we've done is to really enable this product across all browsers. So within this new user experience, we talked about first the navigational experience. So I'm sitting here within the CRM dashboard, and by clicking on CRM, you'll see a nice bar drops down, allowing me to navigate to all of the modules within CRM. So as I click on Sales, you'll notice I come into a Sales homepage. One of the things that's new for this version is the fact that we have dedicated home pages for each of the modules. So once I'm within Sales, I can access the sales entities. Again, accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, etc. Well, in this case, I'm going to access a particular account. One of 2 ways I can get to an account. If I click on Accounts, I will get my grid view to see the list of that particular data. But to really drive user productivity and bring that love emotion into this application, we can allow users to quickly work on records that are important to them by accessing the most recently used items. In this case, I'm going to go directly in to Northwind Traders. So on the form, a number of things to call out. We already talked about the layout of the form, but one of the things that we've introduced is an image attribute. So within entities, we have the ability to create an image. As you see here, I have a nice image for my account, Northwind Traders. We've also natively brought into the application Bing Maps. So as the user types in their address, they're presented with a Bing map of the particular location. By clicking on this map, it jumps me out to Bing so I can do more advanced capabilities within Bing, such as driving directions, etc. We've also introduced another new element called a quick form here. I have, in this case, a primary contact of Adam Carter, but because I'm on the account, I don't usually get that additional data. Well, we've now brought that into this contact card here to show that I have an email and I have a business phone for Adam Contact. Again, driving power, driving effectiveness of what the user needs to do within this form. So I'm going to open up a opportunity for this particular record, Northwind Traders. And this is going to now introduce a new element called our process flow. This process flow, again, guides users through a particular process. This is going to be covered in more depth in another session, but it's key to this new user experience around driving productivity, around driving effectiveness for what users need to do within their form. Another element that we've added in are these notions of, you'll see here, stakeholders and sales team members. Well, what this allows me to do is quickly add data. So I'm on Northwind Traders. I may not know all of the people at Northwind Traders, so without clicking and going into that and doing some research, I'm simply going to type Northwind and do a search, and you'll see it searches everything in the system that is Northwind, so I can quickly find, oh yeah, Jim Wilson, he was the other one that's involved in this deal, and in line within this particular value, say, you know what, he's going to be the economic buyer for this particular deal. So I can quickly build out who are the stakeholders within the company. I can do the same thing with my internal sales team members. Again, around driving productivity, another element we added is the ability to quickly enter data. So specific to the product grid here, the opportunity products, I can add a product. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add an existing product. And you'll notice right within the form, we've introduced inline editability. So I'm going to look for the product designer product, select that, and you'll see it brings the product forward. And again, driving effectiveness for the end user, I can simply come through and type in the field, bring in inline editability directly into the CRM experience to, again, drive value and allow users to do what they need to. We've introduced this inline editability specifically for the opportunity products first. This is a journey that we're going to continue to invest in the future, but great capabilities around bringing this to light here for our particular users.